My coworker used our group chat to plan my downfall. So, picture this. I'm working as a marketing specialist at this mid-sized tech firm out in Austin, Texas. It's not a big name company, but it's still competitive, with everyone scrambling for promotions like they're the last seats on a plane. I've been here for about 3 years, and I've had my share of small victories, but nothing had prepared me for Heather. Heather joined our team about 9 months ago, straight out of a fancy MBA program and with a swagger that suggested she was already the boss. She was one of those types who dropped buzzwords like synergy and pivot in every meeting, even when it made zero sense. At first, I didn't pay her much mind, but that changed real quick. It started small, you know? Like subtle snide remarks in meetings. "Oh, didn't you know that, Emily?" she'd say with this fake smile after I'd suggest something she had never even mentioned before. But over time, it got worse. Random rumors started circulating about my supposed incompetence. People I'd been friendly with started side-eyeing me in the break room. I even overheard her whispering something about how I was lucky to even have this job. I tried to shake it off, reminding myself that office politics can be ridiculous, but then things got real messy. Out of nowhere, HR called me in. They had concerns about my professional conduct, which was news to me. I found out Heather had gathered a couple of our less than trustworthy coworkers, and they corroborated her completely false stories about me missing deadlines and botching projects. Total fiction. Here's where it gets interesting. Our team had been using a group chat on Slack to keep in touch about projects and sometimes share memes and vent about whatever was annoying us that day. I remembered this one meme Heather sent that was clearly mocking our boss in a rather unflattering way. I figured I'd scroll back to find it as a bit of leverage if needed. What I found was so much better. Buried in the chat history, I found an entire plot where Heather and these two coworkers of hers were orchestrating my professional demise. They were literally typing out their plans to make me the scapegoat for a missed deadline on a project I wasn't even part of. Screenshots were my lifeline. Armed with this digital dossier, I went straight to HR with my new evidence. The look on the HR manager's face was like she'd just seen a ghost. She thanked me for bringing it to her attention and assured me they'd handle it. I wasn't sure what would happen next, but at least I knew I had proof. A couple of days later, in typical HR fashion, things went down quietly but effectively. Heather and her two accomplices were called in for meetings that lasted way longer than any of my previous interrogations. By the end of the week, they were gone. Just like that. No goodbyes, no "we'll miss you" emails, just an empty desk and some awkward hallway glances. The aftermath was surprisingly calm. Some coworkers who believed her lies awkwardly apologized, while most just moved on like nothing had ever happened. I didn't expect to suddenly become the office hero, but I was just relieved the whole ordeal was over. I learned a major lesson from this. Always trust your gut. Keep all the receipts and never underestimate the power of a Slack history. And don't worry, I've got a backup of everything in case any Heather wannabes show up again.